concerning Manipur. There's been a fresh round of firing in Manipur's Churachandpur district. Manipur is on the edge amid fresh round of firing after two groups clash. Security has been beefed up on the ground. That's the latest that we're getting at the moment. Remember that Manipur continues. Ashutosh is joining me over the phone line from Churachandpur. Ashutosh, earlier you were reporting from the area itself. Residents that you spoke to were telling you about keep flying in the area. Firing, Ashutosh, in Churachandpur.
Well, follow me. Women who are actually trapped to community and they're just trying to save themselves to go to a safer places. This is Torbang area in the Churachandpur area in hills. So there was a massive protest, in fact, in the town today. But these women say the moment they were crossing this area, it all started around 10:45 in Torbang area. So there's a massive fire that one community accuses from other side. In fact, while speaking to her, I heard those rounds of shots which were being heard loudly, and perhaps because if this is what's happening in different parts of Bishnupur and Churachandpur, this is happening almost every day when post sunset around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, they start opening fire from one side to another. The Meitei community people and young those who have made their bunkers in their bordering area, they fire on the Kuki villages, and subsequently there is a retaliation from the Kuki side. So that's been happening. So this is just another round, and while we expect the tension to reduce drastically, but perhaps what we have seen, the viral videos, situation has literally turned grim, and yet again another round of firing has just started between these two communities, and there are several innocent people we have been speaking with. They are probably victim of it. They are literally trapped in it. Of course, the central forces, all the agencies, those are active here. They'll be doing the combing operation. That becomes a major challenge to deal with such firing, because in the dark there are no electricity. That makes really difficult in that terrain to carry out any operation when such situation takes place, when such situation breaks out. So for now, what we know, that a massive firing taking place between, there are certain women who are trapped into that. They're trying to escape to the safer location.
So what you're telling us is that there are women who are trapped, who you've spoken to, because there is firing that's happening between two communities, a fresh round of firing. So Manipur continues to be on the edge. Churachandpur, remember, is one of the sensitive districts that's witnessed a lot of violence and ethnic clashes between the two communities that have been at loggerhead over the last few months. And now what we are reporting, what my colleague Ashutosh is reporting from the ground, is that there's been a fresh round of firing, and Manipur continues to be on the edge. The central forces are moving in. Ashutosh, what can you tell us in terms of security, which has been beefed up as a result of this fresh round of firing?
Post the video viral outbreak, we have seen the security apparatus has been enhanced multifold. In fact, there are multiple such stretches where the army have been seen making bunkers and trenches, and this is the preparedness that one community member shouldn't be allowed with a mob to entering another, burning out the properties of each other, or even firing upon. In fact, the combined operations by Assam Rifles, Army, CRPF, BSF is being done in different areas. This is in order to recover the weapons that were taken away from the state police during the first round of clashes. So that makes really challenging. But the biggest challenge is only after the sunset, after 8 o'clock, and we have been speaking to several armed forces. They have also been saying that post, around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, this is almost every day of happening, which is taking place. Firing takes place between two communities, and they not just ordinary weapons. In fact, there are automatic weapons are also being used. The AK-47 marks we have seen by our own eyes while traveling to this particular stage. And remember, this part of Torbang, Bishnupur and the Churachandpur, these area remains most vulnerable, where the area makes it difficult for the central forces to carry out any operations. Of course, at the moment, all forces are on high alert. The combing operations will take place. They will carry out to douse the situation, to totally take over and control the law and order situation, where for now only we have the information about these firing taking place between two, and all agencies are working out to carry out operations and maintain the peace in that area.
Okay, so this seems to be an everyday occurrence, is what Ashutosh is telling us, that after dark, after the sun sets, this is how tense the situation gets on the ground in Manipur. So